up, everybody? Brother Ben here with some phenomenal women. It's Be Me Herstory Month. We're celebrating women all month long, and I could not be here at this amazing event and not interview and talk to these wonderful leading change agents here in South Florida. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves before we jump to our questions.
Awesome. Hi everybody, I am Karen Cherry. I am half of Chef Chad Cherry. I own Refresh Live, food education and lifestyle company.
Good evening, my name is Rebecca Butterfly Vaughns. I am a poet, spoken word artist, motivational speaker. I go wherever words are desired.
I love that.
Yeah, that was nice. I like that.
So I was emceeing a program a couple weeks ago, and I had to read your bio. In her bio, it talks about how she chose to pursue her art, her passion, to make a living for herself. And I know a lot of people talk about doing that, but not necessarily having the guts to do so. And so you're an artsmith when it comes to words. Why is it important that we continue to tell the story of women who are making impacts in history?
It's important because, as cliche as it may be, you can never ever allow yourself to forget whose backs you are actually standing on, leaning on, and whose shoulders you are actually standing on and looking forward towards the future. Nothing is new under the sun. B.B. King said it best, and it's true. Nothing is really ever stolen, it's only borrowed. There's only 88 keys in the piano. So that's why when you're listening to one song, as you're listening to that melody, you're hearing another song, mainly because they've sampled another song, because it's only so many keys, so you're gonna start the repetition. There's gonna be that one woman that she may be the person that founded the institution, but then that next woman that comes along will be the one to spearhead the institution to another level. I can take it deeper than that with regards to the sororities and the fraternities, the Divine Nine. Their main mission for starting those fraternities was to have an organization to call their own, mainly because they were not allowed to be a part of the quote-unquote Caucasian organizations. But for them, whether it be one fraternity where it was only 7 men or 10 men, where it was with the women, 21 women, 22 women, or only 5 women or 7 women, the beauty in it is that they have since passed on, but their vision, their plight, and their message still is resonating here in our time. Absolutely. 104 years later, 106 years later.
Amazing, amazing story. So I had the pleasure of hearing her story, a little bit of it tonight. As she said, she's the second half of this amazing company, and I know your husband, so I'm always hearing from him. She's always quiet in the background. Well, that wasn't tonight.
No, not at all.
No. What is your genius? And how do you share it with the world? I mean,
Oh man.
I could name some things. I mean, you walk in with an energy that is next to none. She was speaking to a group of kids, and literally you could hear a pin drop because they were so interested in what she was saying and how she delivered it. But I know that there's much more wrapped up inside. So what's your genius and how do you share it with the world?
I have been so very blessed to have the upbringing that I've had. Not just the positive, because I really embrace my negative as well. I am grateful for every negative thing that has ever happened to me because it has brought me to this point. I have to absolutely say, and this, saying this does not mean anything necessarily for anyone else. If it resonates with you, that is fantastic. I am telling you what I am made of. I am a product of a God-centered life. I am blessed to know my Creator and to know Him in a way that is welcoming of other people, to know Him in a way that causes me to always ask the question, am what, is what I'm doing about love. Like that's always where I come from.
So true.
If I make a decision, I'm always asking, is it from a place of love? I'm really disheartened by what's going on in this country. I know that there are a lot of people that feel the same way. I turn on the news and there have literally been times, not just recently, but the entire election process that really had me crying. And I was waking up crying, I was going to sleep crying because I'm talking to my children and my 4-year-old, my 13-year-old, my 20-year-old, and they're looking at me for answers like, Mom, what is going on with this country? What is this that I'm feeling and that I'm sensing? And I have a law degree from St. Thomas. I always intended to use that law degree to just go into law and just tackle one case at a time. And I just realized very quickly that the one case at a time is not going to work. Me just being in an office and behind a desk, just being able to help one person at a time, it wasn't going to work. And so, my husband and I created this amazing company that allows us to really love on as many people as possible. We do that through food, but we also do it through internships, through events like this where we can share our vision, where I can share my vision to young people as well. And it literally is always from a place of love. How can I love on someone else? How can I be transparent and let them know I've been homeless not too long ago either. I've been homeless to keep our business going. Our kids have lived with family members so that we could keep our business going. We've had no lights. We've done caterings on the bus. My husband has literally gotten sick feeding people. But it's such a labor of love. It gets us in the door and it allows us to really just say to people, listen, let us in and let us tell you how to love on us. We'll love on you, and then we'll figure out how to love on the world, because that's what has to happen.
Yes. So one of the icebreakers tonight, the kids had to ask us questions. We had to ask them questions. And one of the questions was, what makes you you? And why? And my answer was my ability to love. And so that's probably why we gel together so well
yes.
tonight.
Yes.
So to wrap it up, I wanted to ask, if you could travel back to any age and give yourself advice, what age would you travel back to, and what advice would you give that younger version of yourself?
I would probably go back to, I would probably say age 7, age 8.
What advice?
And the advice would be, you are not, like I tell now, but then I would say you're not born to fit in.
Okay. Absolutely. And you're not by any stretch of the imagination.
No. Absolutely not, and thank God for that, because
Yes.
the butterfly is necessary. Absolutely necessary. I would probably go back to 15. I can literally remember, I always had a really great body and, a face, and I always had that. And there was one, I remember at 15 saying that I wish people would take me seriously. I wish people would take me seriously, not just be like, oh, she's so pretty. Oh, look at her body, And I remember at that age being like, I don't want to be pretty. I want you to take me seriously. I want you to listen to what it is that's coming out of my mouth. And so I really struggled to find sort of my footing that wasn't in this particular package. So I would really just tell myself, listen, use whatever threat it is you have to your advantage. If they don't listen, you make them listen. You don't beat yourself up about what you look like or who, what happens to be in this outer package. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be so serious about it. Just, easy, man. It can all just be, really, really easy and really simple. So.
Well, thank you all so very much for your time this evening, for what you do, for your stories, for your impact, for your love. Both of you are full of love. Like we're sitting here while you're talking, just going crazy, ready to shout, because that's what we're centered in. I remember I was doing this radio interview, I was very nervous, and Butterfly called in and just calmed my nerves and reassured me of who I am as a man, who I am as a black man, who I am as a person.
Actually, I was tag teaming because I called in the radio station and I was texting him
at the same time.
Yep.
So
awesome.
thank you all for what you do. It's History Month. Be sure to celebrate the women of your life this month and every month, because they are who we are. Without them, we are not. They're the backbone to mankind, and we love our women. Talk to you later.
Hey, we'd love for you to check out these stories and more at bemecommunity.org.